is what you ladies let your man pay for on the date. TeaBag. This should actually be my thumbnail right now. Why are you going on a date and this is what the man's paying for? Why are you doing that to yourself? Or a handful of coffee. Handful of coffee beans and some hot water. Why are you doing that to yourself? I really don't know why people do that. You can tell when people are on a first date because they seem really like weird sometimes, especially being in a coffee shop and being on a date. That's what I'm talking about. And the reason why it's an uncomfortable place to actually have a date is because it's not romantic. You can't get into the dating mood and the romance with a tea bag. Okay, this doesn't do it for me. I don't know if it does for you, but guess what? It doesn't do it for me. It doesn't do it for me. I'm not flirting because of this. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to be, you know, I won't even do my feminine voice control for that. I'm not even doing that. Okay, let's just get her out the... Okay, I'm not even going to do that. I feel like women have just got to expect more and stop being so desperate for a tea bag. Okay, you're so desperate to have some hot water and a tea bag from Sainsbury's that you will go on that date and you'll actually call it a date and think that that's somebody who you want to potentially be in a relationship with. And I'm not judging, because if that is your standard and that's the best that you think you can do, then go over there and do it. But I want women to see things from another perspective, which is from a view and a position of having a lot more self-respect, dignity, self-worth, self-love, and appreciation of your own time. Let's say that you've met a man in person or online, okay? Because these are two avenues that you meet people. Any way that you've met this man, he has come to you in whatever form and said that he wants to take you out. And he says, look, hey, would you like to go out with me someday? Maybe we could just grab a quick coffee. What are you saying? What are you going to say? I want you to actually put in the comments right now, before watching the rest of this video, what your answer is. Are you going? Are you going to be there? Or are you going to be square? Because that's what I want to know. You're going to be there, you're going to be square. Okay, that's what I want to know. Let's just say it's like a really hot day and you really need that iced matcha. Then okay, I'm going to go to, you know, like a Pret or something. But to actually make plans to meet somebody at a Pret is something that I would never really do. Whether it's romantic connection, whether it's like a friend connection, I've never actually done that. So that's just not really me anyway. And I would literally be there for 2 seconds drinking my iced matcha or a hot chocolate, and then I would be gone. So it would be a complete waste of time to even go there. But let's say you did go, you accepted the date. The date day has come for you guys to go to Pret, to meet there and get to know each other over this. £3, £3.50 maximum he's paying for a pot of tea. That's maximum, because I don't really drink coffee sometimes, but not hot coffee. I mean like an iced latte or something. But yeah, so he's paying maybe £3.50 for your meal, and you would have gone there, not for your meal, sorry, for your tea bag, and you've made your way there. You meet, you talk, how long does it take to really drink tea? 20 minutes by the time it's cooled down and then you've actually had it. So I'm going to say your date is, let's say you're in the queue as well. So there you go. Let's just add on another 5 minutes. Sitting down, taking off your coat. Let's put on another 3 minutes. What are we at? It's still under half an hour. Just stop doing this. Stop doing it, because you're making yourself look stupid in prepped with your TeaBag date. TeaBag. It's too cheap. He hasn't put any thought or effort into it. You know why? Because he doesn't want to impress you. You know why? Because he doesn't think you're good enough for him. You know why? Because he understands that you have no confidence and that your standards are down there in the pit somewhere, and he knows that he can disrespect you with a tea bag. Now, if let's just say that there is a man and he wants to take you out for a drink. You know, these men say, oh, let's just go out for a drink, because they don't want to spend or invest too much time or anything. That is a step up from a tea bag. I'm just going to take the tea bag out because this is what you're going on a date for. This tea bag. That, when you really look at that, that's what he's paying for. That's what he thinks you are worth. That's it. Just a tea bag and some hot water. A dinner date makes so much more sense because it gives you a lot more time to actually connect with somebody and see if there is even a connection there. When you are asked out for like a drinks date or a coffee date, it's men wanting to put in low effort, no money as well, or hardly barely anything, and little time, because they don't value you and they don't think that you are anything special. But when somebody really wants to impress you, they're going to pull things out. So they're going to say, what cuisine do you like? What area is it easy for you to get to? Here's a selection of a couple of restaurants. Which one is your favorite? Or do you fancy fish? Do you fancy meat? You know, what is it that you're wanting? What time works best for you? Or they might use their own initiative and say, look, I've selected this restaurant and this time I think that you will love it. They might be like that as well. So there are different kinds of men as well, so they're going to move very differently depending on which one they are. But if they are putting effort in, then you're going to go to a restaurant and you're going to have a meal, because they're going to want to spend time with you. They're going to want to show you off and let other people see that you are with them. They're going to want that. They're also going to want to genuinely get to know you, and for that they need more time than 15 minutes that it takes for you to drink a hot chocolate. So you have to understand that the men who are taking you out for the tea bag do not really care about you. None of them do anyway at that stage, but they're not even trying to pretend like they do. Can you imagine? Day one, you're not even trying to pretend like you have any interest in me. Well, what's going to happen in 2 weeks from now? What's going to happen in a month's time from now? You know, so in a month from now, sorry. So it's not, it doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. And you have to value yourself and your time a lot more than you do if you are going out with a man for a tea bag. It's really sad. Why are tea and coffee dates still a thing? I want to know. What are your views? I would love you to comment them down below. But for me, I think that women who are accepting them just aren't valuing them. They don't value themselves, and they literally think that they are worth a tea bag. So if you're worth £3, and this is like £3 for the entire pack. So one tea bag is like pence. It's pence. So if you're worth pence, then you need to stick around on this channel, and I can't close this. There we go. So I'm trying to think if I've ever been, no, I haven't. I've never actually been on a tea or a coffee date, never. But what I have done a few times are drinks dates, and even those have been a complete waste of my time. The only drinks dates that have been okay is because I make them okay. If you're going on a drinks date, you can actually you can turn it into a meal. By when you get there and you order your drink, well, actually just before, you say to him, look, I haven't even eaten literally all day today, there's no way I can drink on an empty stomach, so can we have a look at the food menu as well? And that's how to do it. Literally be looking around while you're saying it. Can we have a look at the food menu? Like, you're looking for the food menu. Like, there is no other option but food plus drinks. Also, it's for your safety as well, because if you are on a drinks date, I am digressing, but if you're on a drinks date, you're just getting drunk, that's not safe. You really must make sure that you've lined your stomach, that you've eaten, and don't have lots of drinks, you know, with a stranger. If you are going on a tea or a coffee date, then a way that you can turn that around and make it a real date is simply by saying, I don't drink coffee anymore. That's something I don't do. And also tea, I'm kind of going off of it because I've been drinking so much of it recently, so I don't really think that's going to work for me right now. Maybe we can just go for lunch instead, or just say, no, I don't feel like going to a coffee shop, I want romance. You can even say it. If all of us women said that, then men would really have to be romantic. If every single woman said no, TeaBags dates, no teabag dates, no coffee and coffee beans and water, then they would have to step up their game. I don't want this to be drawn out for way too long, a lot longer than it already has been. But I just want you women to really understand the reasons why I say that going out for the tea bag, teapot, coffee, dates, is silly. It's because you're going out for no reason. For men who don't care about you, they also probably can't even rub two pennies together. So how are you going to date beyond Pret? How are you going to do that? How are you going to date beyond, you know, a teapot? He won't be able to do anything else for you. So it's a waste of time in the long run as well. And also it's a waste of time going out of your way just to have a tea bag in a pot and sit opposite somebody who doesn't even care about getting to know you or trying to impress you. So you have to really think about things for a minute. What is my value? What do I expect from a first date? What do I want to do on this first date? And let him impress you with that. If he doesn't want to impress you from date number one, I promise you right now, he is not the kind of person who is going to be trying to impress you ever. Okay? So you have to really understand that. And when you say that you don't want to do the coffee date, if he doesn't say, look, you know, yeah, no, you're completely right. A woman like you needs to be taken here, there, and you know, everywhere. So let me just change the plans. Let's go to this restaurant. If he doesn't do that, then he's done, in my book. But it's up to you, and you have to do whatever you feel like. But if you choose to go on that teabag date, it's because you have absolutely no first date standards, and you're also showing how desperate you are for a date. You are. What woman in her right mind is going to go out for a tea bag, you can't even get glammed up. You can't even get glammed up, look your best, put your best foot forward, wearing what you want to wear because you're going out to pret a manger. You can't do that. You can't even look your best and do what you want to do for a date. You can't do that. It's supposed to be a nice time out, and instead you're doing something basic and boring. It's just not impressive at all, and you could be doing something else during that time instead of going there. First dates are a time when you are impressing him with your look, and you know, he's going to be impressed with your look, because men are visual, and that is the first and foremost thing that they care about. Okay, they haven't even got to know you yet, so that's what they care about. And you can't show them the best look of you because you're going to a coffee shop. Like, it doesn't add up. Also, if he is supposed to be putting his best foot forward, it should be showing you that he can take care of you. It should be showing you that he is romantic and that he wants to sweep you off your feet. And the last time I checked, a tea bag, that didn't do it for me. And I'm sure it doesn't do it for you either. So don't go and make him change the plans. And if he doesn't change it, then find somebody who knows how to do a real date. And I'm going to love you and leave you here. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure, ladies, that you thumbs up this video. As you know, I am posting now, or well, uploading every Friday at 6 p.m. UK time. So I will see you next Friday. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, comment your views on this topic, like the video, and also share it and subscribe.